Hello everybody and welcome to another stream where I work on Dwarf Things, my game. Scratch. So, few updates since last time. I have a few things updated here. So we have new items. Strawberries. Okay. There are new icons. Blueberries also have new icons. Let me see what I have. Berries, blueberries, gold ores, iron ore, gold bars. This we will load a map. So here we mine, let's mine a bit. So we have this iron ore. With iron ore at the sifting station, we create iron nuggets. So you see the guy will go down in here, take the ore, put it here, created iron nuggets. With the iron nuggets, the idea is that you'll create iron bars, but then we have a bug. So we'll have to fix the bug. My audio levels are a bit... Let me check. Okay, so this should work. Okay, hopefully my audio levels are better. Okay, so as I was saying, we have iron bars, gold bars, and we also have diamonds. You also create them at the sifting station, because here you separate the metal from rock. So if we see a diamond here somewhere, a bit dark. Okay, gold. Right, diamond is all the way at the bottom. That's fine, because soon, whoops. Soon I'll also release a Steam update, so you can get these. In addition to that, I tweaked the weather a little bit. So now, maybe we'll work on it today as well if I have a bit of time. The basic idea is in the third day, so this is just the second day, third day, fourth day. Here we generate a weather effect. And for now we have raining only with some random intensity. Thing is, rain will hurt dwarves, so you'll be forced to dig underground so your guys can have shelter. Of course, you're not really forced because you can build roofs and then you have shelter. That's kind of how one thing will affect you. Forgot to restart the sound on the game. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is what we have. However, this guy has no worker location. Anyway, let's leave the rain so we see something nice. You see? So it kind of dials up. And now you're here. This is the target intensity. And it will damage them based on this intensity. Hello, hello. I'm good, I'm good. So I was just showing out what I've added to the game. So this rain, which will damage them because they're allergic to water. They're dwarves after all. Now it doesn't damage them. I also added this entity info thing. Well, we can inspect your dwarves. Oh, thank you. Well, I'll tell my artist. If you want, the game is on Steam, so it's going through a playtest now, so you can just try it out. I'm just gonna do a bit of. I'm not good at the self-promotion thing, but those are very kind words. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is that kind of a game. It's going through an alpha now. Okay. If you go here, you can register for the playtest and you'll get the build I'm working on tonight. I can just let you in. Just let me know when you've asked to join the playtest. I'll have to press a button on Steam. All right. Uh, right, what language and engine am I using? This is all my own. I'm just using Rust and no engine whatsoever. It's not made with Bevy. It's all made from scratch. I use WGPU for rendering, and it's a little bit tricky actually how I render, because all of this art is 2D, right? It's isometric art. But check this out. The world is basically 3D because I'll want to add nice effects here for ambient occlusion, things like that. And these tiny guys are just projected, so then when you look at it through the right angles, you should be having the game now. Yeah, when you look at it through the right angle, you see the art as if it was isometric. Right, so thank you, thank you. It was really hard. I had to learn so much. I need to camerize a big one. Okay, but now it looks kind of cool. And these trees are 3D, some art is 2D. This, for example, is 2D art projected on a cube as well. And these are also 2D art in isometric projected on a cube. So if I show you here, let me open this so you see. Here, that this is the tile set, right? That then is projected on cubes. So, and as I was saying, I was working on this kind of iron nuggets. You have iron, gold, and so on. But somehow my forge doesn't work because there's no worker location here. So roll in and out is too bulky. Yes, so this scroll it's a bit tricky because this is 2D art, so you can't scale it to random. It looks ugly unless it's perfectly scaled, so it's ×2 every time basically. So every time it gets twice as big, because otherwise when you interpolate between these, I'll take a look if maybe at the further ones you can tell anyway. It is, but I really want to keep these guys pixel perfect. The game is 3D, but yeah. Oh no, I know, but if these guys, they won't be pixel perfect anymore, so I don't know if you can tell, but probably not on stream, but it gets jagged. We can definitely tweak that. Let me put the camera back on. Okay. It is not open source. Alright, so. Okay. And what else did I do? Let me check my notes. So we added gold bars, iron bars, diamonds, things like that. And also I fixed a thing where the dwarves were snoring. It was a bit creepy, not gonna lie. So they're fixed now, hopefully. Another thing that's a little bit of a problem is once they get damaged because of hunger damages their torso. Correction. Oh yeah. I'll actually have the shortcuts a bit different when we get to. This is kind of like developer shortcuts, kind of. It would be nice to put them on keys. If you get used to it, actually, from these actions here, it's very convenient to toggle between these options with numbers, but I'll let them be customizable. So hey, right, so where were we? To release this build, I need to craft an iron bar here, but now it says no worker location, so that's a bit annoying. Because it should be a location here or here. So let's take a look and debug this guy. Let me see, what location do I have? Torch. Oh, nice. Is this you? Here. It would be nice to put them on keys. Oh, I know that. I know that bug. You can leave it in the feedback. I think it was reported, but yeah, you can't select the first row of the world. I know. Maybe today we can fix it. Should be easy enough. All right. Thank you. Porting it. Okay. Thank you for the report, by the way. You can't select, so the report is that you can't, like this guy you can't select, but this you can. So you see if you select it here, it says content plat, but not here on the 0th. I think this is the X axis or Y, I don't remember. Let me check this transform. X, yeah, so 0x. Here is 1, it grows like this, in this way. The bottom right. All right. So the reason we keep adding these things is to have like a game loop. So today you have nothing that kills you except hunger, but you can't quite tell you're getting hungry. So here, for example, you don't understand why this guy is taking torso damage, but it's basically due to hunger. So I need to make this a bit easier, but at least now you can see what they're having on them, their current activity, and so on. So I'll get it to be a bit easier to figure out what's going on. Just notice I don't have music for some reason. Another bug for the list. Okay. So that's where we are. Let's debug why this guy has no location for workers, and let's give these guys berries because I want them alive. This is strawberries and berries. They have new icons, and they have different icons whether they're in a pile or not, like this. If you go crazy with the piles, with this here. In any case, these are the textures. Okay. That said, let's debug it. So it says no worker location. Also, this window needs to be redone, but yeah, a lot of work to be done. Oh, let me double check where we say we have worker locations. It has a task. It's a forge. Allowed worker offsets 000. Interesting. And this one, if I check workbench, allowed worker offsets are these two. 0 minus 1 0. I guess it's here. Here. So here or here is where the doors sit. But this guy, for some reason, my forge is with 0 0 0. Okay. Let me make this a bit bigger for you guys. Is there a keybind to fastly minimize close? Oh no, that's a good idea actually. Will you open tabs? I don't have one. Thank you. There will be. But not now. Right, so here forge. So this is the workbench. Yeah, please. Also, you can write from the in-game if you press escape, but you can just also write in Discord. It's easier to track them there, especially if people see them. From in-game, it doesn't go to the Discord channel because I haven't figured out how to connect things like that. Okay. So you see here, this guy has some allowed worker offsets. Oh, wait a second. And the layout is here. Oh my. Needs to be here, I believe, right? Oh no, actually, item component, the layout should be there, the allowed worker offset should be. Okay, forge, where is it? Layout should be in here. Pathfinding cost, oh, wait. And then recipe table, station, pathfinding cost 8. Okay. Let me open Blender as I take a look. So here you should be able, and here you should be able to work. Bit tight. Maybe we don't need this chair actually. Let me try -1, -1. Okay, let's roll. So this is just so we see the artwork in game for the iron bar. Right, if we start. Whoops. What the heck is that iron bar? $31.30. Be around here. Oh. My bad. So this will. Okay. Right, so you see it's a bit wonky because this guy ground. Let me see if why this happens. Maybe I know. This is the correct. Yeah. How do you harvest the farm, by the way? Oh, you need a sickle, I think. I don't think they're harvestable in your current build because you need to build a sickle and then harvest with that. Or try forage area action over the farm. Let me see. So let's put the farm here. I don't remember. It needs to grow, right? Growing. So probably this. Yeah, they don't have the tool, so that will not complete. It's not in the starting tools. That's the problem. I also need some recipes with berries because I feel like we have them and they're good starting food, but then we can only make bread and cake that uses some berries, but I feel potions use berries, but should be some sort of a jam or food that's possible. So I'll note that down as an idea. If you make them jam, it can last for longer once I add this kind of spoiled food. Right, let me see. Yeah, this isn't fully... So this looks good, the big one looks ugly. I don't know. Maybe I moved it too much. Yeah, these lines are definitely not quite lining up, so it's a wonky perspective. It would work if they were not... would work if they would be a little bit... I don't know, should they be aligned with the world? Probably not. But this texture doesn't show properly, so I need to figure out what's going on. Yeah, even when it shows, it's a bit wonky. A bit weird. Let's see why this looks like this here. Theoretically there should be no z-axis naughtiness, but question. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Oh, it's because I added a sawmill recently and none of these quantities are tuned. So here's the plan. I'm gonna add a few more items and UI work. And after the UI work, we will balance these recipes, because even now, if you look at this, this doesn't make any sense, right? Because every one of these, so simple, let's say sawmill, which is quite an advanced thing, is basically 4 logs. So they're mostly for me to test it easily and people in the playtest to play around with and tell me if it's stable or wonky things are happening. But these are definitely not gonna be the final recipes. So for this one I envision you need at least a table, some rocks, some bricks, things like that. So now you can make this one with 4 logs, which is a bit ridiculous. You see? Boom. And it's, look how advanced everything is. Yeah. And it's not even worth really. How many logs this gives you? It actually should be the same, no? Well, I don't know that one, but I'll check it out. I played a lot of Gnomoria and these things. Yeah. Thank you. So, this is where we are. I think this build is ready to be battle tested. A little bit on Steam. One thing I need to check. If I can still load. So, I have my friend here. Oh goodness gracious. Well, it did load, so there you go. This is a save some friend of mine made, abusing my game just to test save and load works and make it crash, because I'm running this contest in the Hall of Fame, Save Breaker, and Andrew won it by making my game crash with a save file. And not only that, I also have the art for him. So let's put the Save Breaker award properly in game. So Save Breaker, we have the name, and the portrait is this one. Some, and where are we? There you go. I'm good at the productivity is going down. Open the stream to have background noise. Continue to distract you, hopefully, but let's assets, here's UI. Let's see what the name is. Menu bar, and then cat. I think this is it. So I'll be running these things where there's like a mini contest or a challenge, and if you happen to do, oh, this didn't work. If you happen to win the challenge, you get to have your portrait in the game of your choice, or something that my artist can make, like this. Oh, if I don't have any other awards, but I'll add more in the following weeks. Wait, why doesn't this work? Portrait path. Source, is this correct? I think not. Game UI. Oh, I need to do file. Right. Ah, thank you. I'll make sure that there are fun challenges. The safe breaker one, I'm actually a bit surprised I gave it away, because the whole point is to stress test the save and load. There's yes. Okay, look, and this is here the portrait. Save breaker. Okay. Okay. I think we're good with this. Let's add these changes in. Then these are needed. Gold nuggets, iron. Okay, let's git push and also I like the path idea actually. Make it walk a bit faster. We need to kick off a Steam a build on GitHub because I'm on Linux, so this game is Windows only. Oh, not only ladders but scaffolding, so you can build easier. Walls and things like that. Dwarves can climb a single block, yes. Oh, you're on Linux? Yeah, perfect. I still need to make the Windows build a bit easier for me than redistributing Linux stuff. I'm actually new to Linux, funnily enough. I'm just using, I moved to Arch, I don't know, maybe in November last year, so relatively new. Windows release, run workflow, do this. I will once we get closer to an early access or something, I'll obviously release a proper Linux version. No, I moved on Arch, not Ubuntu. I was on Windows before and then I moved on Arch from November. But I don't much experience. Well, I guess. I tried Ubuntu back in the day, but not now. Yes, yes, I can. And did you see Arch things got hacked the other day, which is pretty cool. You know, we're finally worthy targets. There's enough of us. Okay, so as the build is being cooked, let me double check if things are still working. Fine. Oh, I need to change the art for the don't know if you can see the iron ore, it looks a bit like copper. Maybe we'll do that later. It will be alpha 010 and then we're moving to alpha the next one. Okay. Doesn't work, of course. And I added back the axe. Iron sickle, blacksmith planks, and iron bar. Yeah, so these are craftable now that I added back iron bars and mining iron. Being cooked. And Playtest. Admin. Right. On your favorite bug in the game. Oh no. Which one? What did I do? Hopefully not a crash. Double check a few things. Where can you make the iron bar? You will be able to craft it at the port. Oh, let me see the in-game name for this actually. I think it's called Forge. Or Smelting Station. Forge. Yeah, this guy. But it needs the update. So once I send the update, let me show you how actually. So you need shifting station. We need some iron, so I'm gonna go there. Accelerate time. Obviously the game, as I said, is quite OP now. As long as you have berries, you'll survive and there's nothing attacking you. But I do have goblins upcoming, as well as I was saying, we're gonna work tonight. Once I do this build, we're gonna work on rain damaging them, and also their kind of behavior to look for safe covered pieces of ground so they don't get rained on. It would be good to have some rain. Six blueberries, look at this. Okay, so this will go get iron here. Yes, yes, they get a boost whenever they eat. It's your beast. Oh, that's kind of funny. I want to make traits that are visible, such like that one, like big stomach, and then when you eat, you can go over 100% on your food. So let's get our iron nuggets crafted. Okay, here this guy will come, put iron at the sifting station, and this guy will create iron bars. Actually, let's not even put them here and make a blacksmith. Rock ore and logs. You'll need to cut a few more trees. Let's plant a few back. Okay, I don't like the fact that this is cut here, but we can issue the update like that. Okay, the build is almost done. And let's put a iron sickle. And now that we have this farm here, okay, this guy is bringing some coal. The iron bars already automatically queued because we need it for this guy. How many bars is... Okay, we can't see the recipes here. That's why I need to redo the craft. redo the crafting menu. I don't know the recipe for it. What is the recipe? And a plank. Six feedbacks in 40 minutes. Oh yeah, yeah. I do really appreciate everything because I've been working in my spare time on this for a while, so you can't breed them, but new dwarves will come with time. So if you're, I need to make an UI where you can decline them or something if you can't take more. Alright, so this is making planks. Okay, planks and iron. You see they're putting it here. Okay. Do we need more? Maybe. 2 planks and 1 iron bar. Oh yeah, I was busy with that. Boom, sickle. And now, if I do this, we can finally get this. Oh, but they come and put it. A bit annoying. They come and place new one, so you need to clean it. And oh, this doesn't have inspection UI. Nice. I need to add inspection for this hay. But this hay will be able to be used at the cooking table. But you can kind of see the idea. You craft things that then allow you to craft other things. And you'll also get attacked by goblins, weather, and all sorts of stuff. So as I was saying in the beginning, oh, this doesn't work anymore. My debug UI, probably because oh no, can I not? Okay, I broke my debug. Somehow I broke it. So yeah, rain will damage them. But here you can craft stuff from grains and make bread. And one thing that I also want you to be able to do is click on a guy and specialize it. This is bread. Pieces of bread. Speed running my own game. There you go. Save. Bread. While mining, I couldn't see under the items. Oh, you should give me a screenshot of that. There are... You can clean the mine. Um, you can't see under the pile of dirt and the rocks. Oh, my build is ready at GitHub. Means we just do a tiny test. Yes, enter. Let me run my tests as well. Yeah, if you leave me the screenshot, I can take a look because I feel like it needs a bit more. Yep. It's kind of like you press Alt in some games and you can highlight them. Okay, so tests are passing. Nice. And my build is downloaded. No, basically what I'm doing, I'm just gonna run the Windows build under Wine. Testing some loads. Everything works fine. Oh, this I added last time, the brick walls. They're pretty cool. Wonder if these 3D models need to be a little bit under the ground. Fine. Okay, this is working, which means team update time. Okay, build, upload. All right, let me have a little snack. Okay, Alpha 010 has been Okay, setting build to live. Welcome. Oh, oh, that's. I was just eating. I paused as this guy was uploading to Steam. So, okay. Do this live and let's write alpha 0.10 and then changelog. No. I can take a look at fixing that. Let me see. Let me see the stack trace. Oh no. How did you? I thought I fixed this guy. Oh, okay. Thank you for testing though. I'll take a look at that crash. On the Discord, yes. I can try that through. Trying to destroy an entity. World remove item. Oh, can you open this file, please? Don't before relaunching the game and give me the log if you still have it. Let me find the file. There's this path I need to give you because it's a complicated Steam. From here, there's a game.log. If you can send that to me on Discord. But don't restart the game because it will override the last one from the crash. Thank you so much. And if you can just paste it in one of these in the feedback group or something. Oh, I like the job urgency idea as well. That happens when you're removing an entity. Hmm. Thank you for the crash. And let's see what happened here. Okay. So then let me double check. Thank you so much for this crash. Let me double. No, so this, well, it was fine. But this is definitely the crash because you did a bunch of digging and stuff. So let me see in Sentry. We have the crash so people can see how this debugging is going. All right, so this is Sentry and it panicked. This isn't the real crash, but is this entity. So if I search for it here, whoops, 3029. Oh, what the? What? Oh, wait, you're on the other. I fixed the bug here. Faster game loads, clean up entities, fix the crash after loading. So, and you crashed it on 012. Interesting. Very, very. I'll show you why. State position. Remove overlay entities. Oh, wait a second. I think I know. No. This came from build command update position. Build command here. Remove overlay entities. Okay, there's a build command harvest. Here. Graphic overlays. They're added here. They're cleared here. The thing is, this build has a lot of asserts, so it's good to find these bugs early. Position. All right, no problem. I'm gonna just take a look at my implementation here and see where I could have messed it up. So we remove all the entities from the world that are overlay. And for item ID from graphics overlays. I guess there was some digging happening there. I mean, all of these probably are harvest. This is also update position. I do wonder if this is when you dig under a task that you have. Because I saw in the log here that I don't have anymore that there was some digging happening, so maybe let's put the farm here. Wait a bit. Unbelievable. I thought if you dig under them, maybe... This guy started putting some wheat on stuff. For no good reason. Wasn't that? Maybe here? Maybe here. Okay, so let's look what's happening here. We add them here. And they have an entity ID. And then we create more overlay entities, I suppose, here. Yeah, world create entity. Gets customized and then added to the world. I remember this system, so actually it works basically by recreating those things over and over. The renderer component. Here's the thing, they are a Vekov entity. But somehow this is called with an entity ID. We check the entity holders. I don't think any of them has a entity holder. This is fascinating. from build command harvest, remove overlay entities, then map cell get reference ID. I think this reference marker. Oh wait, this is something else. So we remove it. From here. And we just want to check if a cell reference ID move item. One 909. Well, it's this one now because I added some stuff. So here, if there's a cell at this position, I'm verifying it. And if it is the cell ID, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We remove item from cache. But do we ever clean the reference ID? We don't. Okay. Okay. Get back. I think I know how to reproduce this. So basically, we need to do this kind of a maneuver. So here we kill these guys. And they will be destroyed here by digging. Okay. Let's take a look at one of these dudes. Grass cell transform 26, 28, 45. 28, 45. Remember that? For this guy, right? Yeah, this is 26, 28, 45. And then let's take a look at the terrain data here when this is destroyed. Well, we can't because that entity disappeared, but have this trusty terrain 26, 28, 45. Look at that. Reference marker is unchanged because we deleted this thing, but we still have the data here. That references the previous entity, which is the grass cell, and that one got destroyed just before. So if I go like well, I don't know how to trigger it now, but I need to cancel a task that is a harvest task, or at least I need an update position that removes an entry from here. This entity marker is completely bonkers. So 1360. Let's see, entity picker 1360. Nowhere to be found because that guy is not an existing entity. We're closing in on the guy. And I still quite understand. Move item. They'll get reference ID. This is the thing, this guy shouldn't have an ID. Did you save and load? Well, let's save. Okay. Load. Inspector. 26, 28, 45. Right, and now this guy has a marker without an ID. If I do this, I crash. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. This is how we're doing it. Discord voice. Yeah, I'll set up a voice for Discord. Quite where maybe not from the web interface. This is what happened. This is fun. Yes, I know what happened. So basically, okay, it's quite convoluted, but I figured it out. So let's reproduce it again. So every terrain entity that has grass or a task assigned to it spawns an entity, because this terrain is voxelized, but basically we have an entity here which currently is called grass cell, and it has this marker 1120 and an entity ID 1120 generation 1, right? 1120, right? Let's remember that. The position is 22, 23, 47. 22, 23, 47. Okay. For this dude. And then when this gets deleted, the entity here gets removed from the world. Boom. However, the terrain cell now has air inside. Let me see the numbers. 22, 23, and now 47. Air cell. And it references the same entity as before. Obviously this entity ID doesn't exist in the world anymore, so that's that means it's not in a save file. So now if I save, we save. Now when we load, let's move here. 22, 43, 47 has the marker part of the entity marker, but no more entity ID because it didn't exist anymore. And this isn't enough. What you also need to do is create a task and move it around here. But I can't exactly create a task around this empty area, so I need to drag this guy around so it would create a box here with red. And boom! Entity, it crashed. Easy, easy. So, the way to fix it is actually, well, it's a bit more complicated to write a to write a test for it. No, actually, it's the opposite of curse because it's the 6th time it has happened. Literally. But I couldn't figure out why. But now that I saw your log, you were digging. The stack trace for you was a bit more clear, so it was an assert, right? Because I could just return some junk there and be like, what you talking about? But we need to do two things here. First thing first, we need to patch all of the old saves because we have a commitment towards save files. Well, actually, let's fix the bug. So here in remove entity, so world, remove entity. Yep. Is it where am I? Now here. Where do we check if we have a cell? Right. Boom. Does a few things with renderable cache. Fair enough. Oh no, here we also compare some cell at position. We have a cell ID. If it's equal, the cell will become an air cell, but also cell dot set reference ID. Can I set it to none? Oh, the ID is Z. What's my ID? ID is Z with cat puchin. I love this editor. It's so snappy, and it supports Vim bindings very well. So they're really trying hard. I mean, I'm kind of a Vim noob, but so set reference ID. Okay, maybe I have like a clear. Bit too much OP for my taste, but let's just roll with it. That code is since I was learning Rust 7 years ago, so you know, this game has been in development for a while. So we modify the terrain, we clear the entity reference ID, and we're done. But this is not enough. We need to fix all of the save files that we've messed. So here, load from serialized world. Right. We set the terrain. And then we do entity marker shenanigans. Hate front end. No one likes it. Entity marker shenanigans. Then what? We fix up these guys. Then we reload the entities. Okay. Actually, fix after load. Presumably this goes into terrain. Invalidate, populate. Propagate light. Drinking water, good point. Good point. Sparkly water here. You know, now I'm starting to wonder. Let me see if terrain works at all. Wait, respawn entities. Map, serialized. Create world entity with marker. Okay, I feel like this terrain is more broken than I thought. So let's load this guy. Oh no. Oh no, sorry. Grass cell. So these exist. Because... Wait. You broke the debug cam. Is very easy to be broken. You need to select and unselect it a couple of times. It will fix itself. This reference marker is now correct. Right. Have a cell set reference marker. Run type. If there's a cell, it's grass. We spawn grass. Okay, so those components. Oh, it's right here in fix after load. Create terrain components. If it's not an air cell, spawn it with this marker. On this guy with this marker, the grass cell. It had a marker. And oh yeah, grass always gets spawned. Air cell. Okay, so I think else. We clear it. I think this is good enough. Right, let's try going to debug camera, rotating camera with right click and drag, then without repositioning, closing the camera. Oh, yep. It's gonna focus wonkily to stuff, right? So let's here to fix up saves older than 0. Yes. Rotation now is on brackets, but I have a bug in cooling, so I'm actually cooling the map. It looks like a shell from another angle. I'll fix that and bring back rotation as well. So let's see again. We're gonna dig here. Actually, not even. Cancel. Cancel. Only here. Grass cell. Let me see the position. 21, 20, 46. Oh. 8 as cancel and oh yes. Canceling multi-cancel is work in progress. Because it's such a requested feature. So okay, this is definitely buggy here, but I wanna look here at 21, 20, 21, 20, 47. Reference marker none. Perfect. So this worked. Now let's load the old save. Selection. Well, first of all, now it doesn't crash. When you go through a when this red thing here goes through a piece of terrain that you dug before loading, it doesn't crash anymore, so we fixed that. But be sure 21 this is 22, 24. And then it should be air cell, yep. And then our loading code cleaned it up even if it was dirty when we saved. Indeed. Reference marker none. This is pretty good. Okay, so I guess we need to patch. We need a little patch. Let's do 0, 1. The crash when trying to dig over a previously dug terrain. By the way, I'm also on YouTube. Yeah, I'm also on YouTube if you want the experience less ads. But yeah, okay, so we're doing a tiny tiny update. All right, git push. Yeah, true. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's go on GitHub, run a little test. Build Windows now. Oh, thank you, man. You know, this bug, I've been hunting it for quite a while. But now it's for real fixed. So there's that. Oh, I saw the message. And yeah, it looks good though. I'm not that good at it either. Front end. Okay, let's put some music on. Okay. Oh yeah, going from low level to front end stuff is just so, it's I think harder to be honest. That's funny. Vibe with the music. All right, so we have that. Now let's see if we need to have time for something else. This proves. Yes. Metal Arc. This is for my side gig at work. I listen to more hyped. But here it's late. I mean, it's like almost 10 p.m. So can't get too hyped because I need to sleep. Alright, so let's see what else we can do. Yeah, yeah. It's getting late. Okay. Would I mass cancel? Oh no, I get you. 23 p.m. No. How would I mass cancel? Maybe a build command cancel is in order. You select them, when you click you get a list and then click confirm, or just cancel them. You kinda confirm already by clicking. Okay. Let's see, build command. We cancel tasks. We don't need this guy. We don't need these things. Build location we don't need. Start graphic overlays and last post. Yep. This is good enough. Task to build, nonsense, we don't need. Done with creating task. Not done. Ooh. I'm not sure. Not sure I need this. Right. No need, no need, no need. Create tasks. Okay. This wouldn't create anything, just cancel those tasks. For each position, entities at this position. So here I guess will be like gather all the tasks that are at these stations that we selected. Cancel them. I guess it's just that. Output. Break. This is just too complicated. I don't need this. Okay, now I get why this is like this. Task output. Okay, fine. It should be called task to cancel. And whatever we spawn. Okay, this is not useful anymore for digging and stuff. I don't know. I think this is for the sound. I don't remember what I did here. So if it's task to cancel, check. We don't need this. We don't need this. On the task entity from the recipe, we do not need this either. Okay, this is a lot of stuff to delete. Vim. Nice. Select inside and then we remove them here. Okay, so how do we select the task here? This is Vim bindings. Well, you can't see. Oops. Good. Okay. Okay. This is normal mode, and you can V inside this boop or V inside parentheses. And I selected everything between these squiggly lines to delete. I like. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Vim is nice. I like it. But I like this one too. It's a bit more for casual people like me. Okay, so here we can go through all of the workbenches, and if it's at destination, workbenches, components, let's do this, transform components, and don't I have a get marker or something? Do I have an ID? Yeah, I have an ID on the marker. Perfect. So this should be enough. In world.fetch. Whoops. Sorry. What should this be? Read or write? Read. I don't even need the transforms. Maybe, maybe not. My being really. Oh, I need the easiest word to call fetch on, right? And is this the right version? Let me see. 0101. Okay. Patch time. Web uploads. Okay. As that is uploaded to Steam, we can do a for workbench. And in join. A little bit silly, but it's fine. We go through all of the workbenches. If work get type I think only a destination should be checked here, to be honest, but let's see. If it's one of these 4 tasks in get tasks, if let's some transform component, if it has a transform, it's one of those that we placed in the world. 0101 Okay, sorry, I'm also uploading this new build to Steam. The build live. Nice. Okay. I need to check this on Steam. Wait a bit later. We get a transform component if oh, we don't need to actually go through all of these positions like this, but if transform component dot set position, okay, task was right. So we don't need to do this for loop. This doesn't make any sense. They need to be inside in start and destination and equal to task post.z equal z, and then it's in between start and end. Bigger and equal than okay, it's okay. It's inclusive of vendor like this, I guess. Okay. And who's this end? Oh, this is I vector. Okay. Here. Okay. I vector. So start has the minimum. Okay, it's not here. And then, okay, so this is bigger than start and inclusive of and. Right, so this is in the selection area. Okay, and then we will what? Push. Okay, we need this guy outside. We don't need this for loop anymore. We're gonna change the done status to this, maybe here. If they're not empty, let's go do this. Okay, at the end we'll put the new item. Okay, but I'm getting kind of tired, so I'll finish this later. Okay, for the localizations. Yeah. Oh, It's in here. I just need to figure out how to... It needs a different texture, I think. I think this will build stone or something. Actually, build item data. I need to create a new build item data. Okay. Oh, this was it for tonight. I need to go to sleep a bit because I have a long day tomorrow. Thanks all for joining, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Thank you.